Hello, Paula Daniele from Crochet Hook here, and today I'll show you how to make a chunky crochet scarf for beginners. And we're going to be using this yarn here, which is a Line Brand Yarns Wool Ease Thick and Quick. And it's a super bulky category 6 yarn. Normally we'd use a 9mm hook, but today we'll be using a 10mm. Now the colour of this one is Cranberry. Now you don't need to use this particular yarn, whatever you have will be fine. We also need some scissors and a yarn needle with a large eye. So we're going to use the double crochet stitch today because you don't want to use a tight stitch with a chunky yarn because otherwise it's going to end up looking like a piece of cardboard and it's going to be quite uncomfortable to wear. So we'll be using the taller, looser stitch. So let's start off with a slip knot. And then you put your hook through there. And we're just going to make 10 chain stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we'll do 1 double crochet into the 3rd chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3. And that's all we'll be doing, just 1 double crochet into each chain stitch along. So into the next chain stitch, 1 double crochet. The next chain stitch, 1 double crochet. The next chain stitch, 1 double crochet. Into the next stitch, 1 double crochet. Into the next chain stitch, 1 double crochet. Into the next chain stitch, 1 double crochet, and into the last chain stitch, 1 double crochet. So that's row 1 completed. That's what it looks like. Now we turn our work, bring the working end of the yarn up the back there, like that. And now we'll chain 2, meaning we're going to make 2 chain stitches. 1, 2. Now we do that because we need to bring the work up to the height of the double crochet stitch. So this counts as 1 double crochet stitch. And if you look down here, that's sitting on top of that stitch there. So you know that the next one you need to do, you move across here and you need to put your first double crochet stitch in here. And you'll be going into both of the loops. So like this. And then make your stitch, your double crochet stitch. And so you'll always be able to tell which is the next one to go into, because you can see you've done 1 on top of that one, and now you need to put 1 on top of this one. Under both of the loops on the top there, and make 1 double crochet. Then we go across, and you can see, okay, there's the next one, and so I need to come into here with my next double crochet stitch. Here's the next one. Under both of the loops of that stitch, and we make our double crochet. Into the next stitch, one double crochet. Now we can see that there's our next stitch that needs to be crocheted into. So you're always putting a stitch on top of a stitch. So we can see there's another one there. That's the next one we go into. And at the end here, that was the 2 chain stitches, and that does count as a double crochet stitch. So we do need to put a double crochet stitch on top of that chain 2. So we place our hook into the 2 loops of that chain stitch and make a double crochet stitch into that chain. And that's our last stitch for row 2. This is what it's looking like now. So to continue on, all you need to do is repeat row 2. So I'll do one more row with you, but that's all you're going to do for the entire scarf is chain 2, 1 double crochet stitch into each stitch along, making your last double crochet stitch into the top of the chain 2, then you turn your work and then you do it all again. So that's all there is to this pattern. And it's very easy. So chain 2, now we go into this next one here. See, we've already done the chain 2 on top of this one, and that counts as a stitch. So into the next one, 1 double crochet, next stitch, 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 1 double crochet, and here we've got the chain 2 coming up, and we're going to make the double crochet into the top. So into this top chain stitch under both loops. And you just make your double crochet stitch as normal. There, that's row 3 done. So that's how it's going to crochet up. So all you need to do is just keep on continuing on with that same row, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until you get the length that you want. And then once you do have the length that you want, I'll show you how to finish off. So you'd leave enough of a end. So you only do this once you've done your full length of your scarf, because everyone wants a different length. So you do however many rows you want to get the length that you want. Then when you're finished and you want to complete it, then just cut the end of the yarn, and then you would finish off like that. And then you're going to have 2 yarn ends that need to be sewn in, and I'll show you how to do that, so that once you've finished your scarf, you know how to completely finish your scarf. So you just thread that through your needle, and then you're just going to sew these yarn ends into the back of your stitches. Like that. And you do exactly the same with this one. And then you'd be completely finished. But that's the pattern. That's what it's going to look like. And it's going to be nice and loose and feel nice around the neck with this taller stitch. It just gives it a lot more flexibility. So that's how you crochet a chunky crochet scarf for beginners. there is a matching beanie, and I'll put that link in the screen there now. The beanie is also the same yarn and also with the same stitch, so it's a matching one. I'll also put it at the end of this video tutorial so you can have the option of making that matching beanie too.